What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and today we're going to be talking about something that I considered putting in on the topic of this week, but I felt like it was a little bit more important than that. I felt like it was something that deserved its own kind of video. So today we're going to be talking about the death threats that have been kind of in the news recently towards Jason Schreier, who is a writer for Kotaku at the time, who reported on the fact that No Man's Sky was delayed. The game has been delayed until later this August to give the team over at Hello Games a couple of more weeks to really polish up the game. Not only has Jason Schreier received death threats, but Sean Murray and a couple of the other guys over the team over at Hello Games themselves have also received this kind of threat, and to me it's just disappointing, so I kind of wanted to talk about it for just a couple of minutes. So for those of you that don't know, No Man's Sky has been in development for quite some time and was originally debuted to the public. Gameplay was actually shown at the VGAs back in 2013, which I was lucky enough to watch live. Not in person, I was watching a stream, but I saw the first glimpse of No Man's Sky and was very impressed with it. It's pretty much a procedurally generated exploration kind of game where you're going through the galaxy and you're trying to find new planets and pretty much just exploring what there is to explore, and it's a very interesting concept and something that seems like it's going to be kind of an explorative kind of game in and of itself. It's not going to be your standard kind of shooter experience or your adventure experience. It's kind of a thing in and of itself, and that being said, that kind of new experience, those new ideas that are going into this game take a little bit of extra time, and the team over at Hello Games just happened to need a couple of extra weeks to make sure that the game was up to their standards and kind of fulfilled the vision that they had for this game that has been so long in development. Now, unfortunately, there were some members of the community that thought that it was the appropriate response to threaten Sean Murray, to threaten Hello Games, and to threaten the man that just happened to break the story on Kotaku, Jason Schreier, with death. They said that he was going to murder him and hunt down his family. At least that's what he who was threatening said to Jason Schreier. And this is not exactly helping the image that gamers already have in the general public's eye. Unfortunately, some consider gamers to be socially inept, mentally unstable, emotionally unstable. There are a lot of things that come with being a gamer, and a lot of assumptions that people tend to make, and for someone to be threatening death to a fellow gamer and a game developer and another human being isn't really helping that reputation out that much, is it? And aside from that, we are all simply human beings. We shouldn't be threatening one another, especially over something as small as a video game release date or a video game in general, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. These are all just games that people enjoy. People make these games, creative minds create these incredible worlds for people like me and you to experience, and to get all ruffled up over a freaking release date to the point of threatening someone else's life is absolutely ludicrous. Now, for the guys over at Hello Games, this is a very stressful time, and it's a very stressful time in any development cycle because this is the home stretch. This is what they have been working on, and they're finally just putting the finishing touches on their masterpiece. And so not only is it a stressful time, but it's also a very exciting time. It's a time to be glad that you've done all of this work and to finally see all of your hard work come to, you get to see the fruits of your labor, so to speak. And to have that stressful yet absolutely exuberant time be ruined by a couple of neckbeards typing out death threats in their mother's basements on some forums and Twitter, that's absolutely ridiculous, and we can't have that. So, for those of you that want to be actual good members of society, like I'm sure many of you do, go over to Twitter, Facebook, email, do whatever you need to do, and reach out to the guys over at Hello Games, reach out to Sean Murray, and let them know that we still love them, that we're really excited about No Man's Sky, and that we appreciate all of the hard work that they are putting into it, and that we support them in any kind of decision that they make, because ultimately it's about the end product. Like I said, it's about experiencing the worlds that these people make, and it's about seeing what these creative minds have to bring to the table. That's why I love gaming, and that's why I'm excited to play any game that comes out, especially No Man's Sky, because of the interesting kind of ideas that it brings into the entire mix. So in the same way, go over and give Jason Schreier from Kotaku some love as well, because he's been getting death threats for being an accurate journalist. I still can't wrap my head around that, but he needs our love as well. Overall, the best thing you can do in any kind of situation, whether it be one like this in the gaming industry, whatever industry you might be in, or in life in general, the best thing you can do is put positive vibes out into the world, because there's so much negativity floating around that it's kind of throwing off the balance a little bit and making that negativity even higher. But the more positive vibes that we can put out into the world, the more positive people we can be and produce and kind of convert over to the positive side, we can totally make that balance out a little bit more and make people even happier and make the world a better place to live in and a better place place to make games and to play games and enjoy games in general. It's not all about the games, people, but it's about human beings, and that's what we need to be. Don't be some kind of monster that sends out death threats. Be supportive, be loving, and just love your fellow man. So there you guys have it. If you're new to the channel, this is not my standard kind of video, but it's something I was very passionate about, and it's something that I felt like I needed to talk about because it's definitely an issue in the gaming industry, and it's an issue in the world that I see growing day by day, and it's something that needed to be addressed. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.